What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike and Brock.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Brock. And today we're talking about two additional characters to the 2087 set. I'll show the black and white art first. Talking about Duke of Destruction. Sorry, I have him in a protector. And Red Talon. Characters that were added 30 years later to the original game edition.
It was funny when I was going through these guys. I'm like, where did I get where did these guys? This is Chuck Carter art. Where did I get this? Completely? I still have no idea where I picked them up. And I had
was at Galacticon in Philly. They released them.
Yeah. I figured it would have had been some kind of Galacticon event, but I honestly do not remember using them, getting them. And then I'm just going through my, my massive stack of bootlegs that's literally filled,
reinforced with duct tape.
Oh, because it has to be. And I'm going through organizing them, and I'm like, who is Duke of Destruction? And I come up with Talon. And that's when I had to ask. I'm like, okay, who are these guys and where do they come from? Because this is Chuck Carter art.
Yeah. Apparently, the story is they were two characters that didn't make the cut for the first game edition. So they re-released them 30 years later.
And looking at him, Red Talon, he'd be a 1 to 2 point guy for me. Definitely a low tier guy. Yeah.
There he is.
And, he's got like a little civil +1 finish. He's an anti-man of sorts, isn't he?
He is. On his color card, he's listed at 5'10", 198 pounds from Andromeda 13.
He looks pretty cool there.
Yeah, this is the Daryl Banks art. Just take it out of this thing, but I think
normally I don't say, it's an improvement on Chuck Carter, but that's an improvement on Chuck Carter.
Yeah, I agree. Duke of Destruction, on the other hand, I think the Chuck Carter one's better. We'll get to him though.
Yeah.
But I'll read you his official bio entry. It's very short. Red Talon was in and out of the GWF quickly and mysteriously in 2087. He had minor feuds with Beast Rider and Pulsar in his brief stay. Red Talon was arrogant, but couldn't back up his confidence in the ring. Claiming to represent a superior Animan race, he used a clumsy finisher called Flying Headbutt, which was a soaring headbutt off the ropes. The best that can be said about Red Talon is he was a forerunner to the powerful Animan legacy that followed. That's all we got on him, so he's a bad guy based on who he's fighting. But yeah, other than that, I guess he was the precursor to the Animan, even though Wolf was already there.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. His back, I'm trying to remember. I only glanced at it a few times. +1 finisher?
0.
0 finisher?
I got to take it out of this thing.
Yeah.
So people can see it.
I think he might have even been a one point guy. I can't remember. I know he was a 1 or 2 point. He's in that level for me.
You can't. That's not any better. It won't focus.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a 1 point guy.
Yeah, he's got an A ropes, B turnbuckle, C ring, and B death jump with a 4 disqualification, -2 agility, and a +4 or +3 power with a 4 cage.
3 downs and a pin.
Yep, and a pin of 8.5.
Yeah, definitely a +1.
And he also has a down on level 2.
Yep.
And not a single tag on his card. So it's characters like these that make me want to do the reboot. Yep. Like, how would he fit in?
That's the thing. I don't know where I'd fit him in.
Yeah, and it says he was just in and out real quickly in that year.
Yeah, but
exactly.
But because I like it even, so it's even amount of good guys and bad guys.
Yeah, and so with Duke being a bad guy.
He might have been a good guy.
I think I would probably just use him as a placeholder. I need somebody to get a win. So just drop this guy in and let him be a punching bag. Enhancement talent. He doesn't need to be good or bad, I guess, in that role.
No. But for me, it's just how I run my feds. If I got a good guy, I got to have a matching bad guy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Could also use him as a fill-in in the Animen team in later years. If somebody goes down, he could bring him in. Somebody that would be established a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You don't have to bring him in the original 24.
Right. Have him pop up a few years later.
When Rapillo becomes a Serpent Unman, you can have him come in.
Mm-hmm. Just to balance out the teams.
Yep.
Yeah. I think they were a fun addition. It made me almost reboot my Fed a couple times. And there's other reasons why I should reboot my Fed, but this was definitely something that pushed me in that direction, honestly, you know, because it made sense. I think it was, it might have been, it's one of the Legends guys. It might have been Chad said that he's just rolling up matches. He's adding matches into his old card results with these two guys.
Oh.
Just to add to the history, like they were there the whole time. It was one of the guys on Uncharted Territories. I think it was Chad.
I can't see it being Chad. I can see it being Stu.
Somebody.
Chad plays the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Tim doesn't. So I think Stu's the only one that plays.
It's got to be Stu then.
Yeah. we can ask him at some point.
Yeah. Well, sure, they'll answer us.
And how do we make the Red Talon better? Well, like most level, low level guys, there's a multitude of answers.
Yeah. I would get rid of one of those downs on level 3. Give him a chance.
I might drop. Actually, I might leave those. I might just give his pin down to a 3.
Okay.
Because that way he could survive a finisher.
Yeah. Right now he can't. No, he can, but it'd be hard.
Even a +1 finisher, he's got a 50-50 chance of kicking out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I would use him just basically as enhancement. And then when the Animan got there, have him hang out with them if they needed an additional teammate or something. Yep. Either for injury or something like that.
But who says all the Animan got to hang out too?
That's true. I don't want to hang out from anybody who lives near me.
Yeah, I had tag partners. I didn't hang out with them. I'm sure everybody on a sports team doesn't all hang out.
It's true. But that is true for Champions of the Galaxy. They kind of all like stick with their own kind.
Yeah. I haven't always done that. Like I've had, gladiator versus gladiator feud well before Tom did.
Yeah. It makes sense. But also, you got to think of it at an intergalactic level.
Yep.
Like
I'm eating a Canadian delicacy, dill pickle chips, because I do love my dill pickles. Anybody who knows me.
Ooh.
I picked some up at the store, and I just couldn't resist. I'm like, every so often, if you see me, it's me having a yummy goodness in dill pickle chips.
I have water because I can barely talk. And a WWE Collector's Cup from 2014. It has Brodus Clay on it. The Funkasaurus.
Yeah, because that's one thing I noticed. He's every so often you get one like a bad guy Titan or
Yeah, it's few and far between though that they don't. A lot of the teams though are based, like the Titans are all from Titan, the Animen are all from Andromeda, the Gladiators are all from Aethra. Like it makes sense because it's on a intergalactic scale. Like if we all ended up wrestling, like I'm sure all the Earthlings would hang out together
But
If you,
there's supposed to be multiple planets in Andromeda.
there's at least 13 of them.
Yeah. So they may not all hang out.
True. I'm sure there's some warring faction amongst them as well.
And really, who named those planets? I'm from Andromeda 1. I'm from Andromeda 4.
Andromeda 2 is the bug one, right?
Like, no one could think of a better name.
Mm.
But let's move on to the Duke of Destruction.
Here he is. He's got a really bad cauliflower ear.
I do not like that ear. But he's pretty tough.
Yeah, he's got a good card. he can hang.
He could have won some titles in that early GWF.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And in a feud with Exo King, I think it would have been 50-50. Yep. Probably. He might even come out on top in that. Can we read his bio for you real quick?
Okay.
I'll stumble through the words here. The Duke of Destruction joined the Evil Ones for a brief period of time in 2087. But he turned out to be an agitator, arguing that he was more fit to lead the team than Exo King. He might have gone far in the GWF if not for his attitude. The Duke was flexible, showing that he was capable as both a singles and tag wrestler. Robotic parts in his hands gave him a strong finisher, Grip of Doom. His run in the GWF ended in a feud against Exo King for control of the team, which Exo King won.
As we talked about earlier, Exo King did have a solid card. The only thing that stopped only thing that stopped him from winning the heavyweight title was that +1 finisher.
Mm-hmm. And Duke has a +2.
Yep.
And his defense is fairly solid. The 7-4 pins kind of up there, but it's got a lot of tags on his cards. So you could do a lot with him. You could almost do like a, like warring factions within that group. Have a handful of guys side with him and a couple guys go with Exo King and do some multi-man matches and stuff like that. Could be really interesting.
Or you could have even did the Freebird roll with them and just keep
the
Exo King and the Killer Queen, and you don't know who you'll be facing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Duke of Destruction. I like him. I think he's more versatile and more usable than Red Talon.
Oh yeah, by far.
There's a lot of story around him that you could do some stuff with.
He's a +3 wrestler for me. I remember that. I looked at him.
Mm-hmm.
But most guys are in that +3 range. So
yeah, he's pretty good. I think it would have been fun to play up that rivalry between him and Exo King among the same team. I think that could have been really fun to play that up.
Yeah, just having a bad guy versus bad guy feud that early on in the
mm-hmm. Yeah,
where they'll still fight other heroes, but they'll fight the bad guys.
Got the ear in there.
Yeah, that ear bothers me.
Is it supposed to be cauliflowered?
I think maybe, and they don't know what cauliflower ear was.
It almost looks to be a different color on the Banks art, like it's gold also or something.
He's got a robotic ear, maybe.
Maybe it's just a hearing aid, and we're making fun of a man for having a disability.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's odd. It almost looks like it's on this one. It looks like it's cauliflowered and like somebody took a piece off of it.
Yeah. Unless that's just his race's ear.
He's from Altair. Aren't they humans?
Everybody in the GWF is humanoid, pretty much.
Not Red Talon. He's a bird.
Well, I said humanoid.
But yeah, since these color cards came out around the same time as the black and white cards, they're identical stats on both of these guys. So they didn't get any changes there.
How would you power creep this guy?
He's got 2 level 2 moves on his level 3 offense. I would get rid of one of those. He's got a choke on ropes 2 and then an elbow smash 2 with a choice F. I'd move the choice F up 1 and make the other move a 3.
Oh, so give him a better. Yeah, I hate that on guys when they got two hurts on level 3.
Yeah, that's rough. Usually one is uncommon, but to have two is pretty bad.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, move that F up and make one of that, maybe even an out of the ring or a death jump.
Move the F up.
Move the F to the level 4.
There you go. Power Creeper is going to be the first character to have level 4 offense.
A whole new strain.
You get another card.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Our topic we were going to talk about
Mm-hmm.
is, do you use real wrestlers in your promotion? And I'm not talking about Greg Valentine, who we know is part of the game.
Yeah, he had a story about him.
Yeah, but would you bring in like Randy Savage?
Okay.
Would you bring in Nick Bockwinkel and have them feud somebody, or would you bring in the Road Warriors to feud the Gladiators?
Now, some of those I think would fit. The Road Warriors I think would fit. They aren't named guys. They're Hawk and Animal. They seem like they would fit right in. But there's not too many guys with like a first and last name in the GWF world.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly kind of code names.
Yeah.
But
so that's always stuck.
Yeah. Which I like.
Yep.
It makes it a more like fantastic kind of thing, like larger than life. Mm-hmm. I personally wouldn't do that, but I mean, there's stories that you could tell by doing that. That would be interesting for sure.
Like, you could run an all Earth promotion,
mm-hmm.
and you have the time travel ability with the game. You can put guys in and bring them forward.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's easily explained. But I just don't, and I don't think the cards are balanced the same way either. I think
30 years ago I would have. In a heartbeat.
Yeah. But I think the Legends guys are more balanced to the point where they would probably never win against Champions of the Galaxy characters. The tougher guys would beat the lower level guys, but the higher level guys from Legends wouldn't be able to compete with the higher level guys from Champions of the Galaxy, I don't think.
Yeah, like there are some guys you could mix. Like you could, Jimmy Superfly Snuka could become a tag team with Caddy.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There are instances where you look at it and go, I could do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's nothing saying you can't. They're the same system, the same rules.
Yeah,
definitely
could Hawk and Animal be gladiators?
They look like them.
Based on.
Yeah.
Could you have instead of Randy Savage, have the Macho King join the Royal Court?
Yeah. We need a Macho King card.
A lot of these things are viable. That's why I was just wondering, does anybody do it or have they?
Yeah. I never have, but it's something that'd be worth exploring. I think it makes sense. I don't think it should ever be 50-50. Like, I think it should be an oddity to see the real life guys there.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 1 in every 20 fantasy guys, there's 1 or 2, real life people.
And I'm not talking about Bundy when he got his Avalanche character.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's just something that I've talked about other people about. Hey, have you ever mixed them?
You can even go with that storyline and say they're all clones. It's another way to bring them in
from Clone World.
Yeah. Because that was Avalanche's deal. He was a clone of Bundy.
Yeah.
Brought him in.
And Draconian Sheik was the clone of the Sheik.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, that's just an easy way to do the story to explain why they're there. Even though I think cloning is banned now, but the technology exists. Somebody's going to use it.
Do we have Terry Funk? Do we have the Funks?
No.
Like, oh, there's something from the Dorado Sundown.
Uh-huh. That'd be fun.
We got the Funks.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stories you could tell with it. I've just never done it, and I think there's a place for it if you wanted to do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing about the game. It's completely wide open, so you very well could.
Right.
And you could do it vice versa. If you're running a Legends Fed, is there anybody you could, would you drop a Commander Sam in to team with Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
That'd be a great team. That'd be really fun, actually. I never thought to do it the other way.
Don't worry about Comrade Terror or anything like that.
You can use the human one.
But yeah, he'd be great. Use Comrade Terror, team him up with Nikolai Volkov as the new Bolsheviks or something along that.
Yeah. I never thought of doing it the other way. That'd
it just popped in. I'm like, wonder. Yeah, you could work it both ways, because even the gimmick names would work.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, look at the characters we have now in wrestling. It's getting. I mean, we're not far from an alien invasion angle.
No. we have a space monkey.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a dinosaur boy.
Yeah, and Chris Statlander used to be from Andromeda. She's not anymore, though. She's a human now.
It's 100% possible. Swap some of those over. And
Space Monkey. They should move Space Monkey into Champions of the Galaxy.
He's got a card.
Yeah, but they should move him into GWF and give him a run there, like they did with Ultraman is Black. Because it would make sense.
Yep.
If he would be willing to do that. I don't know how that would work.
Oh yeah, you look at any of the Chikara guys, Chikara would fit right in.
I did use a lot of Chikara guys as fillers.
I've even thought of doing that a few times.
In
before I crack open the box of bootlegs.
They were all kind of lower to mid-level guys too. So you could.
And that's why I was thinking of doing it.
It would definitely work.
The army ants were going to be part of Antac, part of his colony.
He brings in a swarm.
Yep.
They made so many ant cards too.
And that's what it was going to be. I was going to have that.
That'd be pretty cool.
So I have thought of doing it like the other way. And I was trying to think of something to do with Ophidian.
Okay.
Because he was going to team up with I think I was going to team him up with Dreadnought. Dreadnought was going to bring him in as like a young apprentice.
Okay.
Because the Chikara cards work perfect for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're not powerful, so they're not going to dominate your Fed, but
we'll pick up some wins here and there.
Win here and there.
Yeah. Fill in some holes.
Yep.
I like it.
That's not too bad. But we can get ready to sign off. I know this is going to be a shorter episode than most, but
yeah, because we don't have history for these guys to really talk about. It's a what if episode, I guess.
Yeah, basically it's like, what did he do in your Fed? Well, nothing.
Nothing, because we didn't have them then. But if we ever rebooted, here they are.
Thomas Keane, start getting that history for us, buddy.
Yep. Going all the way back to the 1800s. Yeah. Awesome. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends what we're doing here if you have not done so yet. Please check out the links below to everybody else doing Filsinger Games related content. We've got some podcasts listed there. The Roll Up Podcast, the official podcast of Filsinger Games, the Legend Team podcast, Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice. We have a few YouTube channels listed there doing Filsinger Games content. A lot of stuff for you to check out. And as always, if you have any Filsinger Games created content that you would like us to share, just shoot us an email, message, wherever, get a hold of us somewhere, and we'd like to include it in our links below. Because like I keep saying, the more the word gets out about this game, the more people can love it with us.
And we're trying to get up to 100 subscribers. We're now up to 85. We started off at 26, I think.
23, I think. We're getting there.
Creeping up there.
Yeah. Slowly but surely. We picked up a couple this week, I think.
So yeah, we have 85, I think, or 86.
Yeah.
We're still not in the grant in the grant territory.
No, but he's a legend. So
Yeah.
we got a ways to go till we reach that. That reminds me, I got to
Now,
get him
from
some
what I
stuff in the mail.
understand, the roll up team is doing a YouTube show.
Oh yeah.
Shows on the YouTube, so we got to keep up with that. So I think we still got a few more subscribers in them, but if we can get some of those guys over,
That's my goal, is to always have more subscribers than them.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I'm not.
All right, everyone. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
Night.